here we are doing the best thing on the planet ever. Nothing will ever be better than this in your whole life through. This is cooking Vietnamese tofu. I think one of my customers, Chris, said, wow, flavor's amazing. How do you do it? How did you do it? This, Chris, is how we do it. We've got some oil in this pan, plenty of oil in the pan, and we've got our onion and garlic going in. And we're going to, funnily enough, with a pan with oil in that's hot, and fry them. So yeah, here we go. Just going to break these little onion petals up. I feel lunch approaching. We've got all sorts of things. We're cooking all sorts of things this week, and we've got layers of food in the fridge. We're doing our best to eat through. Oh, Miss Stew, lemon cakes, plural. Might have needed to make two to get a good shot, etc, etc. So it's good. So I put my garlic in the pan with the onion. Why? Why not? You know, it doesn't matter. There is this thing, I know, people go, oh, but garlic, you can burn the garlic, the flavour of burnt garlic's awful. Well, you're not going to burn it, so it's fine. So don't worry about it, just keep an eye on it though. I mean, if you've got a family and you've got children, get them involved at this stage. Get them to look after this bit. Do not desert their station. So this is what we're doing. We're going to cook these down. But we don't want everything so cooked down that we're losing them. You know, we want everything here and happy and on. And we don't want everything mushy, squashy. You know, this recipe is in the gorgeous tofu section, but, you know, when I was sat down designing the course, I thought, well, I could put it in loads of sections. I could put it in taste, because knockout taste, or I could put it in texture, because texturally it's lovely. But no, it's in tofu because I think I want people to really get their heads around tofu. My customers have got, you know, enjoyed my tofu dishes, and I really want you to. And this is your treat Saturday night meal, I think. Yeah, this is a treat meal. This is so much better than a takeaway. Unless it's my takeaway during lockdown. I'm joking, really. It is much better because it's done fresh. You know, takeaway always has to travel some distance. It's never as good as straight from the pan. But if I cook this for friends, you know, if I invite friends over, so you know, come. Oh, are you doing Vietnamese tofu? So yeah. There we go. So I'm just breaking up those petals. I think we need a little bit more heat there. Things are going to get quite exciting. As they get exciting, you know, it's exciting as things get rather in the kitchen. This caretaking. Yeah, I've managed to throw something out of the pan, so that was good. It only took 2 minutes or so for me to do that, didn't it? I think I'm quite a clean cook, but into this pan. Now that all that's broken up, and I'm seeing the onion and garlic. The garlic's changing colour. It's starting to cook now, and I can smell it as well. I'm smelling onions. Turn the pan up, so I'm just being aware. I'm explaining to you, and I'm being aware by what I'm hearing and what I'm smelling as well. So I can smell onion cooking. So it's beginning to get a bit edgy because we want it cooked almost to the point of being overcooked, but not, because you want it a bit caramelised on the outside, but probably not too cooked on the inside so it's mushy. So have a look at your petals. You don't want them to start disappearing. They're still little boats, so that's good. So I now know what I need to do. Experience tells me. So before you put your sugar in, do look at the video, look at what I've done, look at the colour of the onion petals, because they're starting to change, the colour's changing. So make sure yours looks like this before you do this, which is add sugar. 4 tablespoons of sugar. So much sugar. Oh no! 4 tablespoons. Right, so you've got your sugar. I can smell now 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm scrunching up my face a bit because it's quite hot, but this is all good. Have a look in the pan, have a good look at the sugar melting. It's just in the middle. Keep it in the middle, get it melted. Get that soy sauce, add the soy sauce to take a bit of heat out the pan. Then when it's all melted, stir it round. You can see this gorgeous sauce that customers have loved, that I love, coming together. Now, doesn't that look amazing? That is starting, that's so lovely, this whole flavour thing. 4 tablespoons of sugar, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. Get yourself a decent soy sauce, get lots of it. Get 6 litres from Amazon, you'll use it. 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And then we've got the magic ingredient. This is it, guys. Stubbs, hickory, liquid smoke, 1 teaspoon. This is where it's at. And we're just going to put that lid on there because it's just horrible when it spills, and it's quite pricey. Get it from Amazon. I think I got 6 bottles at a time, but honestly, you'll use them up. Now, this here is the sauce. Lovely. The pan is doing exactly what I want it to do. This camping gas situation we're on, to prove you don't need a really expensive cooker to eat amazing food every day. Right, can you see in the pan then these bubbles coming? This is the caramelised aspect of this dish. Okay, so earlier on we made our tofu really thirsty with salt and by overcooking it. So you can see it's all dry. It's going in here now. Unceremoniously tip it in and get it quickly into the sauce. Put the flat sides into the sauce because it's going to soak up the sauce. So it was dry. We had to dry it out, didn't we? Technically, we had to dry it. So at this stage it goes, hello sauce, we're in, we're on. This is why this dish is so good. Because technically, you've got something really dry, so it now soaks up the sauce. And this is why my dishes, my tofu dishes have flavour, because I dry tofu first. That's how to do it. And I don't bother with doing it in an oven. You might want to, I don't. I want to see what's going on. Right, now, I know that's right. I've done this hundreds of times. You know it's right now because you've seen someone who knows what they're doing do it. So in we go with the veggies. Don't desert your station. Stay with this. So from a texture point of view, I mean, apart from, wow, look at the beauty on that, really. You know, the red and the green. I think they're opposite each other, are they? On the colour spectrum, I don't know, but wow. So you want the vegetables to start releasing their water. So I'm now just going to turn that down a little bit, but you need to keep pan frying this stuff together. Because what happens is the green beans and the pepper go, oh, I'm just going to relax out and I'm just going to give you a little bit of water. And we made some corn flour slurry earlier, and you can see in the pan that this water is now coming out of these veggies. Don't do what I actually just did in my mind, thinking, oh, it looks a bit dry. It isn't dry. We just need to wait for the water to come out. Can you see this water that's coming out of these veggies? So behind the scenes, I've got my rice on. So nominate somebody to get some rice on. In the course, there is how to cook rice. So do it that way, nice and easy. But keep pan frying this. You notice that I'm not doing a big tossing manoeuvre. Don't bother with that. Just keep this down. So this water's still here. And I think now it's gone a bit on the cool side. So I've just turned that back up. Because really you want everything to be you know, nicely hot. That tofu could have been sat for a while, so just from the health point of view, you need to make sure that's cooked through. I've tried putting a lid on this dish at this stage. No, that doesn't really work. It all goes a bit flabby then. You just need to keep working it through. What you need to be looking at, what I'm looking at now, is the green, the green pepper. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the edges that I cut, and as soon as they start to soften, that's it. We're done. We're over. I've still got my water coming out. Green beans are relaxing as well. If in doubt with anything, you can just grab a fork after all and pop it in. Now let's just wait a couple of minutes. Make sure that's right.
What are you looking for, Julia? What are you waiting to see now?
Well, it's a good question. I'm waiting to see the water, a little bit more water coming out of the vegetables, because I do know that I need a bit more water in here to then use the corn flour slurry to thicken the sauce. So that's what I'm looking for, and I can see it now. If you don't add any corn flour to the sauce, then it will just sort of stick in the pan. You need to basically attach the sauce to the food. So we're going to go with this corn flour slurry. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit more. I made a couple of tablespoons of it. I probably won't need all of that actually. It's gone a bit gloopy in the bottom. So what I tend to do is make a bit of space in the pan and then just put a bit in. There you can see that gone in. And then cook that a bit and then turn the vegetables into it. Just looking at what I'm doing here. So there now, that's the final stage. You can see that change really fast, where the sauce suddenly became attached. You weren't going to leave it in the pan. You're going to have it on the food. It's now gone really juicy, and you've got a different sensation in your mouth now when you eat this. This is not like a dish with oozing sauce that drips down through your eyes. Everything you want is on here. It's gooey, juicy, saucy, soft, and it is now ready. I'm just peering at it, making sure I've got this right for you. And yes, I'm just thinking actually that it's looking a little bit dry now. I'm just going to put a little bit of water in it. So did you just see a little bit of water? Just loosening that off. You don't want things to be too, what's the word? Gloopy in your mouth. So I've thickened it and then I've thinned it. But don't worry about the flavours, so there's loads of flavour in here. So do that. Have the confidence to do that and make it right, make it shiny, make it glossy. But now we're done and we're going to get it into our mouths via rice. So that's it.